What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Picks and Roll DFS. Before we jump into tonight's WNBA slate, I've got a shout out to the community. We've been stacking wins in the VIP. Take a look at some of these premium slips that we won just last night. First, I'm going to shout out Pikkit. Best app to use when it comes to tracking your data, your picks, and just managing your roll. You could see this on previous videos for the month of September, and you can see that the hot streak, the great month of September with NFL football has continued. We have gone up or stayed around a 35, 36 unit profit. Our ROI is nearly 3%. And then just yesterday, you can see that we earned another top 5% better. These are the things that you will see if you join Pikkit, and you can join with code LOB. You'll also get things like this, not only if you join Pikkit, but if you join the premium VIP, where I'm making the picks for you, and then you just build the row. For example, yesterday I had a round robin with a couple plays from the NFL game last night and MLB, and you can see how we did. We cashed the entire round robin. All 4 plays cashed. So you can see that easy wins, plus some of the bonus bets that you get on Sleeper. We cash those, like the Sam Darnold. And it's just an easy way to build that roll. You can even see Underdog. We stack some of the bonus plays that you're getting every single night for football and nearly every night for baseball as well. So you can see we stacked a profit bonus here with Kyler Murray and Sam Darnold. And then we had another play that we built, a mixed play with MLB and the football game last night. And you can see just continuing to stack those wins. This is what's going to happen, and you'll see this is another gimme pick from Underdog that will cash later this morning. So these are the things that you're going to get if you join the premium VIP winnable. It's easy. I'm telling you, I make the picks, you build the roll. You sign up for Betr or Underdog, you're going to get those match bonus. You're going to get bonus funds. You're going to get a free gimme pick. You add those to the plays that I'm already providing you in the winnable once you send me a screenshot of your sign up using my codes, which are going to be LOB for Underdog and Dime for Betr. Free picks for a month. Free picks on each app. Easy wins. Quick way to build your row. Now, if you're new here, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe so you never miss a daily breakdown. And then again, as I was mentioning, when it comes to Underdog right now for new customers, if you play $5, you're going to get $50 in bonus funds. Use code LOB when you sign up. Send me a screenshot to picksandrolldfs@gmail.com to get that free month in my winnable VIP. Now, I am totally fine with you stacking these. If you sign up for Underdog and you sign up for Betr, you're going to get both of those promos. You're going to get all of those gimme picks that they're going to provide, and I'll give you 2 months free. For Betr, right now, you get a free $10 if you sign up. You also get up to $200 bonus on your first deposit with a 50% deposit match. Then, everyone for this week is going to get a Dak Prescott free pick where he only needs to get 1 yard passing. And then new users are also going to get the Jordan Love free pick where he only needs to get 1 passing yard. So you'll get 2 free picks to start off the week, plus a free $10 and a deposit match. All you have to do is use code DIME when you sign up, and then send me a screenshot to Picks and Roll DFS, and you'll even get a free month in my winnable VIP. Now, bankroll tip for today. We're in the WNBA playoffs, and of course, the variance is a lot higher. We saw that the other day when Lexi Hall, who averages 1 3-pointer a game, hit 8, which is crazy. Rotations shorten, stars play bigger minutes, and role players can disappear. So just like football, when building slips, try to focus on correlation, plays that make sense together based on game scripts. And don't be afraid to scale back unit size just a bit. Playoff volatility can make the swings sharper. So just keep that in mind as you make your picks, or even when you're looking at mine and making your decisions. You can bet smaller unit size, especially for the playoffs, with the pressure intensified and just the variance being extremely crazy game by game. Oftentimes, when we look at that season data and we can use that to gauge our plays, it's a lot more difficult for the playoffs because the minutes change, expectations on the stars are higher. With that being said, we're going to get into our first play of today, which is going to be NaLyssa Smith going over 12.5 points plus rebounds. Now, she's going against her old team, so there's that added layer of like pressure, revenge, focus, motivation that she has. Last game, she did cash the line, going for 25 combined, 7 rebounds and 18 points. It struggled in the previous game. Now, in order for the Aces to continue this role like they are on and beat the Fever, they're going to have to tighten up their defense and rely on other people aside from A'ja Wilson to produce, like NaLyssa Smith. So we can, if we look at some of her data and the lines, we can see that FanDuel has this at minus 104 right now. It is not the highest in terms of looking at other sports books and DFS platforms. DraftKings minus 110, FanDuel minus 104, Hard Rock Bet minus 115, and then PrizePicks, Standard, as well as Sleeper and Underdog. However, if we look at the key Indiana points plus rebounds defense, especially for forwards, they are ranked 8th in points allowed and then 2nd in rebounds allowed. Now, one of the key things to keep in mind for tonight is that Lexi Hall is actually a game time decision, which shortens the Fever's lineup even more. They are already out a lot of players. Less opportunities, or more opportunities for the starters, but less rotation players, which means more minutes, more exhaustion possibly. Keeping in mind that with the playoffs, there's a lot of variance, and although these ranks matter, if your lineup is constantly in your rosters getting shortened, sometimes these stats can go out the window. Now, with the series being tied, it's going to be very important for someone like NaLyssa Smith to make sure that she is getting off and producing in a game like this. So all we really need her to do is score a significant amount of points. For example, here, if she just stays consistent in her shot productions, she'll easily cash this line of 12.5. They're not keying in on NaLyssa Smith. They're keying in on A'ja Wilson, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray. Those are the people that, Jewel Lloyd, those are the people that they're concerned with the most. So if NaLyssa Smith stays around the boards, stays in the box around A'ja Wilson as they double her, it's an easy dump off, easy opportunities for her to get those points. You can see that she's averaging about 6.3 attempts, making about 4. She's 60%. So she makes those 4 shots. That's at least 8 points. She's going to the free throw line at least once, getting 2 attempts. She makes those free throws, we're at 10. And then if she gets half of the rebounds that she normally gets, which is around 4.7, we've cashed this line, no sweat bet. Now, these stats that we see above are also for an average of 23.7 minutes. Last game, she played 30. So with an increased minutes, we can assume that there is increased production. So we're hoping that we see something similar today for NaLyssa Smith. If you're rocking with this play, hit that like button right now so YouTube pushes this video out to more bettors. Let's get to our second play for today, which is going to be Natasha Howard going higher than 9.5 points. Now we're going around the opposite end. Started off with a player from the Aces. Now we're going to their opponents, Natasha Howard. Just mentioned Lexi Hall being a game time decision. That's going to play a major role in Natasha Howard's production as well. We know that Natasha Howard also plays well with Leah Boston. They kind of go hand in hand, and they do some actions together, which creates more opportunities. If the Fever want to be successful tonight, they do need Natasha Howard to step up a lot more. We can see that she's cashed this line of 9.5 points, 7 out of her last 10 games, averaging just under 11 points per game. If we look at the head-to-head matchup, we can see that against Las Vegas, she's gone over this number for this season 3 out of 5 times. And then we can see over the last 2 years, she's cashed this line 6 out of the last 8 games for a 75% rate. And within those games, she has an average of 13 and a median of 12.5, both that are way above the line at the moment. So we want to make sure that we are cashing in on a line like this before it moves, especially with it being so low. You would expect more of like a 10.5 to keep this a little more of a sweaty situation. But 9.5, I really like this play, as we can see all of this green from the last 5, from the last 10, last 20, 60%, on the year, 60%, and then as we had just mentioned, head-to-head, 75%. And if the Fever want to have an opportunity to win this game, Natasha Howard does need to step up and score more than the 6 points that she scored here. We've also talked about the zigzag theory when it comes to like playoffs and regressions to means. This is an outlier. You can see the 7 and the 6 are outliers, and look what she's done after each of those games. Last time, she scored 7 against the Ace. The next matchup, she went for 11. So I'm assuming something similar will happen here, especially when we look at their defense and points allowed towards forwards being 36.7, which is 10th in the league, which supports the idea of her going over this line. Now again, quick shout out for both both Underdog and Betr. If you're interested in starting with Betr and you are a new user, again, they're going to give you that free $10 plus up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. You're also going to get a free Dak Prescott pick and a Love free pick that you can stack with the plays from today or future plays later this week. Then with Underdog, you're going to get $5. If you play $5, you're going to get $50 in bonus funds. They are going to be sending you gimme picks every single day, nearly. You're going to get a gimme pick when you sign up. Plus, around Saturday or Sunday, you'll get another gimme pick in preparation for college football or NFL Sunday. Then within those days, they're also giving you 50% profit boost, 75% profit boost. And that's one of those opportunities where you take those plays that have a lot more vig already put into the play because it's a high probability of them winning. And then you add the profit boost to those that make them kind of remove the vig, which increases your payout on a highly probable play. And that's an easy way to build your row. So if you are trying to start a new place, looking for another way to build that row, I recommend signing up with Underdog and Betr. And again, if you sign up with use code LOB and email me a screenshot to picksandrolldfs@gmail.com, and you can get a free month in my Winnable, where I'll send you even more plays to your phone every day. With Betr, if you sign up with code DIME and send me that screenshot, you'll get another free month in my VIP. Just send me a screenshot to picksandrolldfs@gmail.com so that you can experience wins just like this. Again, these are just from last night, and these are just a few. All right, let's get into our last play for today, which is going to be Satu Sabli again, riding with her, this time with her PRA higher than 21.5. Last time we chose Satu, we went with her, I believe, rebounds and assists at 5.5 or just rebounds. But either way, she cashed that line and had, I believe, 9. Now, the reason why I'm choosing her PRA at 21.5 is because her points and rebounds line is actually at 21.5. So if her just points and rebounds are set at 21.5, and we add the opportunity for her to get a few assists to that, sounds like an easy play, highly probable play. And you can see why here. First, you can see that this play isn't even available at most places. Underdog right now allows you to make that play. Take advantage of it while you can. Then you can see that she has cashed this line 50% of the time in her last 10 games, averaging 24 and a median of 22. Now we look at the last 5, which matter a little bit more here because we're looking at those playoff games. She's cashed this line 3 out of 5 times for a 60% rate, averaging 27 and a median of 26. And then if we look head-to-head with the Phoenix Mercury, she's cashed this line 4 out of 5 times for an 80% rate, averaging 30 and a median of 32. She's going to play a lot of minutes, just like we've seen here. This was an overtime game, 38. But even before overtime happened, she had already cashed this line. So if she continues to stay aggressive offensively in terms of scoring and then grab those rebounds that she normally does, attacking the rim, grabbing her own rebounds and putbacks, just like she did last game, it's going to be – sorry, and I also meant the Minnesota Lynx. It's going to be an easy cash. This is probably my favorite play of the night, and it's also the last play. So as long as we see those other 2 cash in the first game, this last one, you can go to bed probably and not even watch it and make this and consider this one a no-sweat bet. Let's recap today's plays. So we have Nalissa Smith going higher than 12.5 points plus rebounds. Natasha Howard going higher than 9.5 points. Satu Sabli going higher than 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Lock these in. Drop a comment with your favorite WNBA prop of the night and subscribe for more daily value plays. Let's keep stacking units, and as always, let's build that roll.